Hey everyone, this is Jake from Real Sig Review, and today I'm going to be bringing you a review on the Vivi STV tank. I believe it holds 3.5 milliliters of e-liquid. It has a standard 510 connection, so it'll work with our 510 devices, your Ego, anything that uses a 510. This isn't the stock drip tip. I picked both of these up from myfreedomsmokes.com. The tank was $8 or $9 and the drip tip was $2 or $2.75. The stock drip tip, there's nothing wrong with it. It was just black and plastic. I figured the stainless steel would just give it a more of a finished look. So I threw that on there and I think it looks pretty nice. It holds 3.5 milliliters of e-liquid and has a long head wicks, which bring the e-liquid up to the atomizer head and burn it, or vape it. 510 threading. It comes in different colors. This is the same exact tank that I had on my first review of the X6 variable voltage. Same exact tank, just a different color. It has my favorite vape in it, green ice, on a 50 PG, 50 VG mix. And what that means, your VG is going to bring you your vapor production, more vapor production the more VG it has, and your PG is more or less for throat hit and flavor. It carries flavor a lot better and gives you a throat hit, and if you don't know what that is, it's just more like smoking a real cigarette where you get that little bit of a tickle, or if you don't smoke very much, just kind of that harsh throat hit, which a lot of people like. I go 50-50. It gives a nice amount of vapor and still carries a lot of flavor. A lot of vendors, General is 80% PG, 20% VG. I just recently switched to 50-50. I got some advice and decided to switch up to 50-50. So here's the tank one more time if you want to take a look at it. Once again, not the stock drip tip, but it still looks very nice even with the stock drip tip. I'd show you if I had it, but there's a story behind that. So I'm going to be doing this review with the X6 variable voltage. If you have any questions on this, check out my last video. I did a whole review on this setup right here. So 510 threading, just fit right in. Again, it holds a good amount of liquid, so you don't really, I can usually make it through the day on one tank. I don't ever have to refill it if it's just vaping one day. Usually I'll fill it up right before I go to sleep or when I get up in the morning. So I have the X6 right now to pink, which is, if you don't know, if you haven't checked out my last video, variable voltage just changes the voltage that it burns at. I forgot to mention, in the tank it has a low resistance 1.8 ohm head, so you're going to want to vape at lower voltages. And right now I have it set to 3.8. So let's go ahead and take a drag and see how it performs. We'll start off at 3.6, why not? So go ahead and take a drag. So the first thing that I notice about the STV tank is that it has a very nice airflow. You can see right here on almost all your devices, you're going to have different, depending on your device, you'll have different airflow. You want a decent amount of airflow. You don't want too much because it's going to bring down vapor production, because you're going to get more air with your draws than actual vapor. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back up to 3.8. So these tanks are my favorite so far. I had a mini Vivi. If you don't know, Vivi in my opinion, makes the best tanks or clearomizers with the wicks that you can buy. I've been through the mini Vivi Nova, which is a smaller it doesn't have the color on it, it's smaller. I used that with my Ego T for a while, and it produced massive amounts of vapor, like a ridiculous amount. So Vivi Nova has been my brand as far as tanks goes. So it comes through very nice. It brings flavors across the board very well. I can't think of a better way to vape on this green ice. I've tried it in a couple different. I have a standard, I believe it's Smoke Tech 510 Cardo. I picked up the Cardos with my Joytech 510, which if you don't know is just like your regular cigarette sized e-cigarette. So I have a couple of these, and I use them to test flavors still. So I vaped this green ice in a couple different tanks, and the Vivi Nova STV definitely produces the best flavor and the most vapor. No harsh flavor. The only problems I've had with it is that I've had one head. If you don't know, it comes apart. Sorry about that. If you don't know, you refill it. The top part comes off, and then that's how you fill it up. This right here is your head. Now this comes completely apart for cleaning, and the heads are interchangeable. So you can take the head out, clean it. The only problems I've had is the heads. It's not that they don't last a while. I mean, nothing is perfect, and they do burn out. I've burned through 2, but I've had this tank about 2 months, and I've burned through only 2 heads. So what I mean by burn is you'll be vaping and you'll notice a burnt taste, and it is horrible. It is the worst taste that you can think of. It's just burnt vapor, not much of the flavor you have in it, and it's pretty much worthless at that point. You can try cleaning it. I just threw mine away. So you do have to replace the heads. This isn't going to last forever. But since it is interchangeable, if a head goes bad, you can pick up a 5-pack of heads from My Freedom Smokes, and I believe you can get a 5-pack for like $8 or $9 in low resistance or high resistance. So all across the board, you get good vapor production. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it comes in quite a few different colors. You can replace the stock drip tip if you don't like black. It is black no matter what color you get. So it fits flush if you're going to pick up an X6 from My Freedom Smokes also. It fits flush, and it looks very nice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get to the ratings on this Vivi Nova STV tank from myfreedomsmokes.com. Again, if you haven't checked them out, they've got a lot of great deals and great customer service. They ship really fast. If you order on a Monday morning, I live pretty far. They ship, I'm not sure exactly where they ship from, but they ship from the East Coast. If you live on the East Coast, it's even faster. I live all the way in the West Coast, and if I order Monday morning, my shipment will be there Wednesday. My mail gets delivered at around 2 o'clock, 2:30, and it's 2-day shipping across the board. Never had a 3-day shipping. The only thing is they don't ship on weekends, or they don't ship on Saturday. So good vapor production as far as the tank goes, and vapor production, I'm going to go ahead and give it a, it's the best that I've tried, so far this is going to be a 10 out of 10 for vapor production. Again, it does depend on what kind of device you're using and the voltage you have it set to. As far as flavor goes, it carries flavors very nicely. I'm going to go ahead and give the flavors that it brings 10 out of 10. Perfect. It brings all your flavors across very nicely with the way they're supposed to taste. No burnt taste. You have to replace the heads. Other than that, I'm going to give an overall rating of this tank. It's the best I've ever had. It works with almost any device, including an Ego. I have a review on an Ego Twist and an Ego T coming up, and it works quite well on both of them. So overall ratings on this, I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. If you haven't picked one up or you're looking to start, this is where I would go. There's the CE4s, which are just standard clearizers. Those will fit on here too. I'll have a review on some of those coming up. So those will fit. Completely interchangeable. You'll never have to buy a new tank as long as you replace the heads, as far as I know, unless you drop it and crack it or something of that nature. But anything that could go wrong is completely interchangeable, and you can just buy new ones. So 10 out of 10, myfreedomsmokes.com. Again, this is Jake from Real E-Cig Review. I apologize. I've been watching too many of Dan's videos. So Real E-Cig Review. Go ahead and check out myfreedomsmokes.com. And if you have any questions on this video or any of my other videos, you can message me on YouTube, leave a comment on my channel or this video. Try to get my videos out there. I'd like a few more subscribers. I know I just started yesterday, but if you could bring me a couple more subscriptions, that'd be nice. Share my video, and I'll see you guys later. I have a couple more reviews coming up, so have a nice day, guys.